Hello everyone. Are you ready to step into the world of the most unbelievable moments? Watch until the end because some scenes are so strange that you may ask yourself, did they really happen? They were incredibly lucky to get inside the car just seconds before lightning struck. At Sheremetyevo Airport in Moscow, a Sukhoi superjet caught fire while landing on May 5, 2019, forcing passengers to evacuate urgently. Thankfully, everyone was safe. This moment shows that in aviation incidents, every second of reaction is extremely important.
Ебать его в рот! Ах, все, пиздец. Сиди пока.
Какой ты, Вадька, молодец, а?
I do not know whether to call him lucky or unlucky, because as soon as he avoided one problem, another one came looking for him. But a safe ending is still the best thing. The scene looked like something from an action movie when the pickup truck headed straight toward the bus. Fortunately, the man reacted extremely quickly and avoided the dangerous situation in time. Maybe today death overslept while luck woke up at just the right moment. When facing danger, staying calm and choosing a safe escape route is always more important than trying to rush through. Sometimes knowing when to stop is the smartest decision. Where are you watching from? And what is the weather like where you are today? Often at greater risk of being struck. That is why you should never take shelter under tall trees or stand near prominent objects during a thunderstorm. In situations like this, leaving the danger zone as soon as possible is always the safest choice. The whole family was eating when they suddenly ran in panic for this unusual reason. Glasgow Central is one of Scotland's busiest railway stations. But operations there were disrupted after a large fire broke out on nearby Union Street. More than 60 firefighters were deployed to control the flames, while the station had to be temporarily closed to keep passengers safe. The incident once again shows that in crowded areas, quick response, sealing off danger zones, and coordination between firefighters and public transport are extremely important for reducing risk. Before using a mini gas cylinder, take a few seconds to check the valve, the canister body, and any signs of leakage to avoid unnecessary incidents. Thankfully, everyone in this situation was safe. Moments filmed right before disasters always remind us that life can change in just a few seconds. A moment that seems completely ordinary can change in just a few seconds. Sometimes the line between safety and danger is only one timely reaction away. Real-life shocking moments captured by security cameras do not just bring suspense. They also remind everyone to stay alert, remain calm, and always put safety first. I do not think this is a good idea. Nature is always unpredictable and can surprise you in ways you cannot prepare for.
I'm attention to a fucking hitting. Look at my dog.
If it were your dog, would you dare face a deer to save it? This family was walking their dog outside when a bear unexpectedly wandered into their backyard.
Are you happy to see me? Ow! Ow!
Dad is coming! Oh, Dad! Oh my gosh! Oh
Union City, Michigan is usually a peaceful community with residential neighborhoods surrounded by green scenery. But on March 6, 2026, that quiet was broken when an EF3 tornado with estimated winds of up to about 160 miles per hour swept through the area, destroying many homes, knocking down trees and power lines. The scene after the storm showed the terrible destruction extreme weather can cause. For areas that often face thunderstorms, early warnings and sturdy shelters are always the most important line of defense. Flash flooding in China shows that when water rises too quickly, even cars become as small as toys. Before the power of nature, just 1 minute of carelessness can lead to very serious consequences. Record rainfall in Monmouth County, New Jersey, caused severe flooding and collapsed the roof of a store in Ocean Township. On the night of June 29 in Alto Trujillo, Peru, a car suddenly lost control and nearly hit pedestrians. Fortunately, the people nearby reacted in time and avoided the collision. A leak from an LPG gas cylinder caused a major explosion, and 2 people were only centimeters away from disaster. Fortunately, both narrowly escaped the dangerous situation.
Mira, se mueve todo. No, uy, es muy grande. Es muy grande esto.
The best thing is that everyone was safe.
Es grandote, ¿eh?
Uno siempre se pregunta, ¿me va a tocar alguna vez un temblor al aire?
Vamos a ver.
Nos tocó a todos juntos. Esto nos va a hermanar a los 4.
Bangru is an area with many industrial activities where storing solvents and chemicals always requires strict safety standards. A major fire broke out at a paint thinner solvent distribution center, quickly spreading and causing multiple explosions, along with thick columns of black smoke. Flammable materials made firefighting especially difficult. The incident is a clear reminder that at chemical facilities, fire prevention systems, heat source control, and emergency response plans must always be inspected regularly.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
A collision in Wilmington sent debris flying everywhere and damaged a gas pipeline. This situation shows that just 1 second of lost control can create a chain of unexpected risks. You have probably seen lightning many times, but a spiderweb-like branching bolt like this is definitely not something you see every day. The words "trust me" are sometimes the earliest warning sign. Just one small failure in the power transmission system can trigger a chain reaction affecting a wide network in a very short time. A few minutes of eruption are enough to remind us that the enormous power hidden deep inside the Earth is always present. This moment reminds us that nature always possesses a force far beyond human control. A massive wall in Venezuela collapsed into large pieces, like Lego blocks, after the powerful earthquake, showing how quickly nature can change everything. In your opinion, who was at fault in this situation? The car making a U-turn in the wrong place, or the other vehicle driving too fast and unable to react in time? Leave your opinion. Spectacular footage captured both daytime and nighttime views throughout the Kilauea volcano eruption. If you found the video interesting, do not forget to hit like and follow the channel so you do not miss the next exciting moments. This scene both amazed viewers and showed how small and fragile humans can sometimes be before the ocean. He should reconsider the material used for his fish tank. I do not know how many views this video got, but it seems they are putting it above their own safety. It seems nature decided to rewrite the map of this place. In just a few seconds, the road suddenly sank, creating a deep hole right in the middle of the street. Northern Venezuela stands out with beautiful Caribbean coastlines, tropical landscapes, and many lively cities. But on the evening of June 24, 2026, the region was hit by 2 consecutive earthquakes, damaging many structures and disrupting people's lives. The incident shows that in areas with seismic risk, checking building safety, preparing evacuation plans, and learning response skills are extremely necessary. When the ground shakes, calmness and proper reaction can make a very big difference. On June 27, an electric vehicle lost control and nearly caused a disaster at a restaurant in Sichuan, China. In the comments, heavy rain and fast-moving floodwater swept many boats into a bridge, creating a chaotic scene on the river. Many areas in Nairobi, Kenya, are flooded after prolonged heavy rain caused widespread flooding, leaving travelers stranded and creating serious traffic disruption. Looking at this scene, perhaps the biggest concern is not only the crash, but also the repair bill for the Rolls-Royce afterward. On December 26 back in Vietnam, a worker unexpectedly fell from a roof while working. Fortunately, he only suffered minor injuries. On the road, just 1 second of poor observation can come at a very high cost. Off the coast of Quebec, a whale suddenly rose from the water right in front of a sightseeing boat, creating a moment that probably no passenger on board will ever forget. Looks like this bear understands very well how to enjoy life.
Ew. It's so excited. Yeah, get him out before he destroys it.
In Austin, Texas, a huge flock of birds took off together as a train approached, turning the sky into a spectacular living wave. The number was so large that even some vehicles had to give way for a moment. How is your day going? Share it in the comments below. Even with a front landing gear issue, the pilot landed his A-26 Invader perfectly at EAA AirVenture, Oshkosh. Sometimes nature needs only a few moments to completely change scenery that humans have known for years. Welding near a compressed gas cylinder containing flammable material without checking safety first is an extremely dangerous mistake. Just a little carelessness can turn a scrapyard into a high-risk area.
Jesus Christ!
Incidents like this show that with gas, even a small leak must never be taken lightly. Thankfully, everyone was safe.
Son of a bitch, that was crazy.
The 7.4 magnitude earthquake shook Western Colombia, damaging many buildings and infrastructure. Once again, the power of nature showed that in just a few seconds, an entire city can be turned upside down. I guess you are watching this video with about 20% battery left on your phone right now.
Oh! Wow! This is the wildest thing I've ever tried.
Stopped by the edge of the water.
I got with the grass hanging out.
Oh, cool.
This proves that herbivores can also have defense strategies just as powerful as predators. At Custer State Park, the bison stampede brings one of the most impressive scenes as a massive herd of bison moves together across the prairie.
Oh, je l'ai attrapé, je suis un monstre. Attention. Il a tout sauvé, le poisson, le téléphone.
On December 25, a two-story house suddenly collapsed in the northern Jakarta area of Indonesia. Fortunately, the incident caused only property damage and no casualties were reported. A narrow escape that made viewers hold their breath. You can truly see the power of a thunderstorm in this moment.
야, 덤모셋. 돔는 시내가로 그래.
Under the glowing sunset, the time-lapse captured the formation and growth of the storm, a scene that was both spectacular and showed the unpredictable power of nature. You are seeing where two worlds meet. One side is the Ganges River carrying sediment from the mainland, and the other is the deep blue Bay of Bengal, creating a striking color boundary between river and sea. In Boone, floodwater rose high and rushed violently, causing the bridge to collapse under the force of the water in just a few seconds. The moment a tree collapsed and nearly crushed a cyclist as a thunderstorm arrived. Fortunately, the cyclist was not injured. When someone asks what saving 30 seconds can get you, railroads need better warning signs. Sometimes you cannot see a train from a mile away.
Our bulls are very, very angry tonight. Yeah?
Hundreds of wild monkeys suddenly flooded into a city in Thailand, turning the streets into their own territory and disrupting daily life for residents. Regular brake checks not only protect the vehicle, but also help prevent dangerous situations on the road. When a volcano erupts, ash particles collide and become electrically charged, creating lightning right inside the smoke column, one of nature's most spectacular sights. The moment rocks thundered down from the cliff made us realize just how small humans are before nature's intensity. In Florida, this is how a drone was handled in a way no one expected.
Waking up, there's a possum on my fridge.
In Australia, sometimes you open your eyes and immediately have a new friend in the kitchen.
I'll be buggered. I never thought I'd see that.
How many points out of 10 would you give this cute moment? Australian neighborhood patrol, a muscular kangaroo stands guard over the crowd on the sidewalk.
Oh, there it is.
You get it?
What device are you using to listen to this sound? In South Carolina on April 20, the weather suddenly changed as rain turned into hail, turning every car on the road into a windshield durability test.
Oh man, my whole windshield caved in. Oh man, I have no windshield now. What do we do? Call insurance right now? Yeah, you got to call your insurance. Go back to work. You don't know everything got ripped back and got hit stuck under.
Weiß vorne Minute.
A fire whirl forms when extreme heat and wind currents combine, creating a rotating column of fire like a tornado. Have you ever heard of this strange natural phenomenon? At first, they only wanted to record an incredible scene, but they quickly realized it was much more dangerous than they had imagined. Wildfires in California once again show that with strong winds and dry, hot weather, flames can spread very quickly and force residents to stay ready to evacuate. Using a phone while it is charging is very dangerous, especially with high-power chargers. The Lexus was in trouble, the tow truck came to help, and then both ended up stuck. Truly a situation where the more they rescued, the more crowded it got. These deer seem to know exactly what to do to get food.
Be careful. Oh my god.
If you could choose one moment to watch again, which scene in this video would you pick? If you are bored, watch this and laugh a little. Sometimes joy comes from the simplest things.
अरे हम तो इधर ही हैं हर्ष मुखवा की तरफ।
ये तो आयरा लगातार यार। ओ देखो ओ भाई।
It can take decades to build a community, but nature sometimes needs only a few minutes to wash everything away. With large trucks before passing under a bridge, drivers need to pay attention to height limit signs and make sure the vehicle is within the allowed dimensions. Just one small mistake can lead to serious consequences.
Oh mon Dieu. Ouh là là. Ça va pas arriver là, j'espère. Mettez-vous. Non mais attends. Bah j'espère.
In France in September 2025, part of a mountain suddenly collapsed from a height of about 4,265 feet, creating a scene that was both majestic and overwhelming. The event also made many people reflect on the power of nature.
Non mais là ça va. Vous allez où? Non mais ça va.
Il y a ma fille qui est là-bas avec les chevaux parce qu'il y a tous les chevaux qui sont passés.
Oh, et les chevaux. Oh putain, Céline et tout.
Lightning struck a tree, causing a fire and bringing the tree down, damaging a transformer and power lines.
Ore malaga. Oh. Ada. Malaikie kanaga moto kirta.
On April 5, 2026 in Russia, nature showed its terrifying power when it caused an estimated $90 million in damage within just a few hours and disrupted the lives of more than 6,000 families.
These two here are two combating males. As you can see on the neck there, they have bite marks. So these guys are... How long has this been going on for?
As you can see, the marks on their necks are only from biting each other. Usually, they do not bite each other during combat.
As you can see there, there's marks on the necks are just from them biting each other. So they don't generally bite each other in combat unless...
Scratching your armpit with your foot. How many can do that? The first time, and there will not be a next time. A thunderstorm created a strange scene in Phoenix. A powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake in China caused mountain landslides. Dolphins swam along the bow of the boat, welcoming whale-watching tourists off the coast of California. Powerful waves swept away fishing boats in Cabo Blanco, Piura, Peru. Railway tracks are not a safe place to graze livestock. Just 1 minute without control can endanger both the train and the people nearby.
Holy shit! Goes. Holy fuck!
Looking at this scene, is anyone else curious how many cars were recovered after the water receded? A spectacular lightning strike was recorded in the Arizona desert. Have you ever encountered a situation so unexpected that it made an ordinary day impossible to forget? The earthquakes in Malatya are a clear example of that. The terrifying power of nature created violent tremors that many homes could not withstand, causing severe damage. American experts warn that just a few feet of floodwater can sweep away a car. Never drive through floodwater. Cats always know how to confuse humans. Sometimes no one understands what they are thinking. Thanks to the timely arrival of traffic police, the girl and her pet were brought out of the dangerous situation. The Milana Dam collapse. Fortunately, no one was harmed. I wonder what made this bear so happy that it is jumping around like this today. Do not let their small size fool you. Some spiders have significant venom, so it is best to keep your distance and avoid direct contact. When extreme weather, high tides, and strong winds combine, the power of the ocean is no longer limited to distant waters. A sudden lightning strike hit a hotel room in Queensland, Australia, showing that even indoors, the power of a thunderstorm can still leave you amazed. Do not worry, the wind only borrowed that float for a while. As for when it will return it, I do not know.
Oh my goodness! Oh! Oh, wow! Wow! Wow!
Lightning flashed across the sky over Grand Rapids as severe thunderstorms swept through Michigan. Even the bulldozer could not withstand the weight of the rubble and broke in half. In Gaza, the scene made it feel as if even steel had become exhausted. Lightning caused a transformer to explode as recorded by a dashcam. In Thailand, a high-rise building cracked during the earthquake. I think I would rather live in a low-rise building. Have you ever wondered what it looks like when an anti-ship missile hits its target? A water spout appeared off the coast of Miami a few days ago, creating a rare and impressive scene. On Monday, December 18, severe flash flooding from the rising Ellis River occurred in Jackson, New Hampshire, as the area was affected by prolonged heavy rain.
Now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on...
The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens was triggered by a 5.1 magnitude earthquake. That shock led to the largest landslide ever recorded in United States history. Nature can sometimes be far more frightening than humans imagine. In the middle of a violent storm in Colorado, the bright glow beneath the clouds created a scene that was both mysterious and chilling. There are moments that make us realize just how harsh nature can be. In the face of that power, humans suddenly become small and fragile. A scene that made witnesses hold their breath. Heavy rain can make mountainsides unstable, so be especially careful when driving through mountain passes. Fortunately, everyone was safe. Centralia, Pennsylvania was once an ordinary coal mining town until an underground fire turned it into one of the strangest environmental phenomena in America. Always slow down when passing through intersections, even if you have the right of way, because not everyone follows the rules or pays attention. The most surprising thing is that after the collision, the young man was still able to stand up and walk normally. Newly released footage shows just how dangerous the August 10 earthquake in Pereira, Colombia was. In just a few seconds, a happy moment suddenly turned into a completely unexpected situation. Thankfully, the bride and groom were both safe, truly an unforgettable wedding memory. Even after being kept for a long time, pythons still retain their wild instincts and can react extremely fast when feeding. You are looking at a completely real creature, but can you recognize exactly what it is at first glance? Antarctica is the coldest land on the planet, where winter causes a rare giraffe with completely white fur appeared so beautiful, it looked like it had stepped out of a fairy tale. The roof of the Big Four ice caves in Washington may have become unstable due to melting ice, leading to a sudden collapse. Ice caves always contain unpredictable dangers. Do you recognize this famous location? No matter how impressive the scenery is, remember that safety always comes first.
Look at that, she's spinning round.
I know. That is literally.
Sometimes people only realize they were careless when danger appears right in front of them. If this moment impressed you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to explore more fascinating natural phenomena with us. Some moments last only a few minutes, but stay in our memory forever. Have you ever been lucky enough to witness a special scene like this? For decades, this strange phenomenon has continued to make many people curious. Behind its somewhat frightening appearance is a story about natural gases deep beneath the ground. Surreal images of the wildfire in Omis, Croatia, were recorded almost as if they came straight from a movie.
E ci siamo dentro la Valle del Bove con questa nuova fronte lavido attivo.
Standing in front of moving lava on Mount Etna is definitely not a challenge for the faint of heart. The sky over Norway lit up like a magical stage as the aurora danced gracefully overhead, creating a mesmerizing light show. The Super Delta performance by the Blue Angels and Thunderbirds over Pensacola Beach showed precision synchronization and impressive flying skill down to every second. This phenomenon happens when air masses move at different speeds, creating an unbelievably clear boundary between rain and sunshine.
좀 핫다.
Indiana is known for its wide fields and peaceful towns, but this time the scene was completely different. On August 11, 2026, heavy rain and extreme weather caused serious flooding in many areas. By August 13, Governor Mike Braun had declared a statewide disaster emergency. The continuous images of damage are a reminder that when floodwater rises, early evacuation and never entering flooded roads are always the safest choices.
Holy crap.
A giant shelf cloud appeared in New Jersey, creating an impressive scene and signaling that the weather could soon turn severe. If it had not been captured on camera, would you believe this scene really happened in real life? In St. Martin, the superyacht Ecstasy struck the pier while moving through Simpson Bay during heavy rain and strong winds. Even the most luxurious vessels are still limited by the laws of physics. Clearly, checking behind you before changing lanes is a basic rule for safe driving. Real-life shocking moments captured by security cameras always make us realize that just one careless second can turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable situation.
D-cut! Right there! Right there! Right outside the window! Look at that.
A dust devil suddenly appeared at Upper Sear Lake, leaving people playing by the lake amazed. Nature sometimes needs only a few seconds to turn a peaceful scene into an unforgettable moment. On August 11, 2026, a huge flock of storks filled the sky as they migrated through Hatay province, Turkey.
Kakalarını gördün mü Mila? Kocamanlar.
Newton Longville is an old village in Buckinghamshire, known for historical traces dating back centuries. But on August 9, 2026, the area suddenly witnessed a gas explosion that severely destroyed a house. The pressure from the blast shook the surrounding area and left many people stunned. Fortunately, no fatalities were reported. The incident is also an important reminder that gas leaks can become dangerous in a very short time. So checking systems and responding early to unusual signs is extremely necessary. A 130-meter cooling tower in Hohenhameln, Germany, was demolished in a controlled operation. In just a few seconds, a structure that had stood for many years became part of the past. The bright red sunset over Caracas was not a mysterious omen, but a beautiful effect created when sunlight interacted with the atmosphere. For more than 150 years, people in South Tyrol have maintained the tradition of lighting fires on Sacred Heart Day as a special cultural symbol. However, with large bonfires like these, fire safety must always come first. We would love to hear from people interested in geology to help explain this unusual phenomenon.
E no André Tatico aqui, ó. Esse moradão lá, ó. Foi embora. Desceu água abaixo, poeirão aí, ó. Cortou a estrada.
If you understand bridge structures and infrastructure, share your perspective. Do you think this was a construction issue, or could there be another cause? Octopuses may look slow and harmless, but they can be far more dangerous than you think.
Wow. This is insane. Look at there's even more now. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
What if I just throw this up in the air?
Probably.
Colombia, a country known for the majestic Andes and complex geological terrain, once again faced the unpredictable power of nature when a violent earthquake shook many areas. In just a few seconds, strong ground shaking frightened residents and placed heavy pressure on many structures. The incident shows that in areas with frequent seismic activity, strong construction evacuation plans and earthquake response skills are always extremely important. In the middle of the violent flash flood in Uttarkashi, humans suddenly seem smaller than ever. Just a few minutes were enough for nature to remind us that its power is always far beyond our carelessness. Rare lenticular clouds appeared in Japan, so beautiful they look like a painting in the sky. Have you ever seen mullet fish running? If there were a contest for perfect coordination, this pair would definitely be a strong candidate for the top prize. Are you watching from the United States, Canada, or somewhere else in the world?
Here it comes.
On August 12, 2026, at Playa de Palma, Mallorca, the total solar eclipse turned daytime into a rare and impressive scene, reminding us of the beautiful wonders of the universe.
Wow.
Bond. You ready? Okay. Come on. Okay. HBCC, baby.
Even a small mistake during electrical repair can be dangerous. Always cut off the power before checking or repairing. Fortunately, a timely reaction helped the young man avoid serious consequences. Strong storm winds can turn roadside trees into unexpected hazards. During extreme weather, limiting travel and avoiding parking near large trees are always safer choices. A rare natural phenomenon made a dust storm turn everything red in Libya. Thousands of ants created a living bridge together through their incredible coordination. This is a perfect example of the power of teamwork in nature. Sometimes unexpected things happen that we cannot predict. So on the road, staying calm and reacting quickly are always very important. Western Sydney is one of Australia's busy industrial areas, home to many large factories and warehouses.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Baby, I'm so scared!
But a fierce fire suddenly engulfed a factory there, creating a giant column of black smoke that could be seen from far away. Firefighters were quickly deployed to control the flames and prevent them from spreading. The incident shows that in industrial facilities, fire alarms, escape routes, and regular safety inspections always play an extremely important role. A series of rocks suddenly rushed down from the mountaintop at terrifying speed, creating a chaotic scene that made the entire mountainside seem to move. Once again, nature showed that everything can change in just a few seconds. What do you think about these Australian-style bodyguards? Looks like a few cats are carrying out a top-secret mission, no streets needed, just a few power lines and a little courage. Flocks of birds dove into the ocean like a living rainstorm in the Galapagos Islands, making the water below more turbulent and dramatic than ever.
Deploy the waste retention vans.
An impressive tactical backpack demonstration that you may have never seen before. Now that you have watched this far, tell me which scene impressed you the most and made you want to watch it again and again. At sea, even a small change in the sky can be an important warning sign. Never ignore the signals nature is sending. This is not a river of clouds, but foam formed when chemical wastewater reacts with high ammonia levels, a worrying sign of water pollution. On August 8, a waterspout suddenly came ashore at Folly Beach, South Carolina, forcing beachgoers to quickly seek safe shelter.
헤드셋을 참여해 주시기 바랍니다. 또한 브리핑 내용이나 훈련 참관
Exercises like this not only test landing and vehicle operation skills, but also help soldiers coordinate more effectively and strengthen cooperation between allied forces. The fireball during the tornado in Tennessee actually came from electrical equipment at an NES substation, a moment showing how extreme weather can affect infrastructure in just seconds. Looking at this scene, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? The sky in Brazil was suddenly filled with spider silk, creating a strange, movie-like scene. This is a natural phenomenon when many spiders release silk to travel or hunt under favorable weather conditions. Do you get goosebumps watching the scene unfold in front of you?
No son cangrejos, son como percebes. Una especie de... Mira, mira cómo sale ahí. ¿Te gustan?
Mira, estos son chiquitines, mira, ves, chiquitines están empezando a crecer. Y luego mira cómo van creciendo y ya está.
What you are seeing is flamingo milk, a special, nutrient-rich substance secreted from the digestive tract. A strange but wonderful way of caring for young in the natural world. As natural habitats continue to shrink, encounters between humans and wildlife in Yellowstone are becoming more common. This moment makes everyone hold their breath. No matter how calm wildlife may seem, their instincts can still be unpredictable, so keeping a safe distance should never be taken lightly. A reminder that dangers beneath the ground can sometimes be completely impossible to detect in advance. Can anyone tell whether this is a cat or a monkey? Looks like this bird is trying its very best to impress. An ocean dance soft, graceful, and captivating, as if the sea creature is moving with every rhythm of the waves. The bison was completely unfazed by the geyser erupting behind it in Yellowstone National Park. At West Bay, England, a large cliff suddenly collapsed into the sea, creating an overwhelming scene and reminding us that areas near cliffs always carry unpredictable landslide risks. In Buenaventura, Colombia, the 7.4 magnitude earthquake caused a house to suddenly collapse. Humans may take years to build, but nature sometimes needs only a moment to change everything. A giant rock hanging dangerously above a Washington highway was removed by a professional team using airbags. Prolonged rain is one of the leading causes of landslides, especially in mountainous areas.
Oh yeah.
What is the weather like where you live today? Sunny, heavy rain, strong wind, or stormy? Share it in the comments. The impressive rays of light near Cleveland, Mississippi are called crepuscular rays. They form when sunlight passes through gaps between clouds, creating a spectacular scene. After witnessing this scene, would you still feel confident driving in a storm? That moment was unbelievably lucky, as if God had silently protected both of them so they could pass through danger safely. A sudden lane change at high speed can make a truck lose balance. With heavy vehicles, just one abrupt move can lead to very unpredictable consequences. The peaceful atmosphere of Michigan was broken in an instant by a propane tank. If you use propane at home, remember to check it regularly and keep an eye on it. Every test at Cape Canaveral, even when imperfect, is a step forward that helps engineers better understand technological limits and improve the next attempts.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Etna once again displayed its spectacular power, with glowing red lava flows creating a mesmerizing scene while reminding us of the enormous energy hidden deep inside Earth. If you think this little squirrel is cute, comment number 1. September 30 became an unforgettable memory when an entire row of oceanfront homes in Buxton was pulled into the violent waves. Nature sometimes gives humans little chance to correct mistakes. Have you ever experienced days like this? Share your feelings. That is why I always keep my distance when I see a woman driving. A vehicle suddenly overturned while turning. Fortunately, it did not collide with any other vehicles. Oh, thankfully the little girl was still safe. But this moment also made many people wonder where were her parents or the adults with her at that time. On winter roads in the Pyrenees, careful observation and quick decision-making are the key to helping drivers complete the journey safely. Some drivers are truly not suited for driving. They become too confused and hesitate when facing unexpected situations. An electric bicycle battery exploded and burned fiercely, but fortunately the two young men were safe afterward. A kind person brought food to dozens of stray cats, turning this simple moment into a small, warm story. What device are you watching this video on? Phone, computer, or TV? This storm cloud looks like something from a horror movie. How powerful could the wind inside this vortex be? Just looking at it is enough to see that nature can be more intense than we imagine. Do not forget to check the weather before going out because sometimes nature changes faster than human reaction. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this unbelievable luck? The moment a giant iceberg in Alaska suddenly broke away was truly spectacular. Nature always knows how to create scenes that leave humans amazed. Ice may look motionless, but when wind and water currents act together, even a giant ice mass can move in an unbelievably spectacular way. The Kisner Bridge on Highway 107 in Afton, Tennessee, collapsed into the Nolichucky River on September 27 after the remnants of Hurricane Helene caused widespread severe flooding across multiple states.
我靠！
哇，
这个山崩哎！
哇，这里要崩过来了。
The moment a major landslide occurred due to the 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Taiwan on April 3, leaving many areas seriously affected. In Texas, an unexpected traffic accident nearly led to disaster. According to witnesses, the truck was speeding in dense fog, causing the driver to lose control and crash. Fortunately, no one was injured in the incident. On July 17, 2026, a truck lost control and crashed straight into a gas station in Yenice, Turkey, causing serious damage. The sky over Mexico City looked like a living painting, making people want to pause for a few seconds just to admire and enjoy the moment. Hit the like button to admire the magical beauty of Niagara Falls. Maybe he used up all his luck in that moment. The calmness of this man is truly admirable.
Ay, concha su madre. Ay, mierda, mierda.
Não bateu, velho.
The Wonderpuss octopus is a master of camouflage, using its unique patterns to blend into the environment, communicate, and survive in the ocean. A 1-month-old endangered tapir calf is enjoying a snack and some playtime in the water. A parade of a massive dolphin pod fascinated viewers off the coast of California. Part of the coastal cliff in Dorset collapsed due to severe erosion, showing the powerful impact of waves and weather on the coastline over time.
There's people down there. Yeah, there's people at Weeping Rock.
Weeping Rock, a popular hiking trail in Zion National Park, Utah, remains closed after a major rockfall on Tuesday, November 14. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Thanks to quick reflexes, a man and his dog escaped the danger zone in time when the historic path at White Pin suddenly collapsed. On August 14, 2026 in Izmir, Turkey, a man was lucky to escape a dangerous situation by a hair's breadth. The red car driver's judgment and reaction were extremely quick. Footage from the Colombia earthquake made viewers hold their breath. Just a few seconds of shaking was enough to show how small humans are before nature. Is this scene of black crows covering the sky hiding something mysterious? Or is it simply a strange coincidence of nature? A rotating avalanche recorded in Utah is a reminder of the unpredictable power of nature. This incident shows that even a small problem in tanker pressure balance can lead to serious consequences.
Oh, mira, concha su madre, lo vamos, Caco, ven. Ya los estaban allá en el morro, Vamos, Caco. Tu madre, no.
The thunderstorm seemed to have passed until a powerful shockwave arrived and completely changed the situation. He really wanted to return the shopping cart, but it looks like the ground did not support that plan. I wish I could skateboard as well as this dog.
La voiture, elle est partie
Non, mais il y a un groupe, elle est en dessous.
Là, il y avait quelqu'un dedans, non? Il y avait quelqu'un dedans. Voilà, elle est partie, regarde.
The once familiar road is now almost unrecognizable. The destructive power of the flood washed away every familiar trace, completely changing the landscape here. What would it be like if your roof suddenly turned into a waterfall? That is exactly what residents at APA experienced when water poured down from the roof like a waterfall. This is why many people always pray to God whenever they have to travel on mountain roads. Long after the storm passed, eastern Iowa will still remember this moment. Everything was washed away by the uncontrollable power of nature.
Bisa dilewati.
When nature changes the rules, even vehicles weighing thousands of tons can get stuck in ways no one expects. I do not understand why they did not lock the door.
Decided to settle in the middle of the fairway.
Can this beautiful lady teach us how to play golf? If that parked car had not been there, things might have ended in a very different way. Every comment from you is motivating.